I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, Why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 inch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 inch. I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste.
Man.
Man.
What is going on, guys? What is going on, man? Let's hop right into the intro, man. Thank you guys for all showing up as always, man. Thank you guys for showing up, man. Let's hop right into the intro so we can talk about these stories, man. We got a decent amount of stories today here for you guys, man. And we also have the WrestleMania 39 predictions, man. Are you guys feeling excited for WrestleMania this year, man? I'm pretty excited, man. Usually every pay-per-view weekend is fun, but WrestleMania is always a little different, man. And this year it's even more different because this year doesn't seem like a fucking dread, or maybe it will be depending on what happens. But we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what the fuck transpires on Saturday and Sunday. But until then, man, at face value, I'm very excited for WrestleMania, man. This is Triple H's first, or Triple X's first, and I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited for him, and I hope they let him go through with his ideas. So, but that we'll just have to wait and see for, man. Which, on one hand, I'm a little nervous because you always get nervous with WWE pay-per-views. The big ones, the ones you care about. You always get nervous for them, man, especially when there's a lot of decisions that can make this WrestleMania one of the fucking greatest ones. And then there's a lot of the other decisions that can throw this WrestleMania into the WrestleMania 34 bin. So there's that. Man. But yes, like I was saying, man, let's hop right into the intro, man. What is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 155. We are, in about a week or so, coming up on 3 years doing the Notorious Hills podcast, man. So it's been a fucking ride, man. But we'll get to that when we get to it, man. But as for now, what is going on, guys? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Hills podcast, man. This is episode 155 of the news. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works, man. Every Monday we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here 4 p.m. Central with the news. If you guys did miss this past Monday's episode of Unscripted, will Triple H's first WrestleMania be the most exciting WrestleMania in years? That is, I want to say it's episode 135. It might be 36, man, but I'm losing track on numbers, man. We're getting up there. If you guys did miss that is available for you guys on all platforms now, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here every Monday after Monday Night Raw with Notorious Unscripted, man. Speaking of this Monday's Unscripted, we got another exciting episode, man, that caps off our 4-day stretch here, doing the stream for you guys, man, and it's the night after WrestleMania, man, so I'm hoping we see some cool stuff. I'm hoping we see some cool stuff on Mania this year, or the Raw after Mania, rather. But yeah, man, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, so you guys can now find this live on the merch shop right now. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, and it is in either mine or Circade's social media pages, man. You got all 8 of these beautiful designs available in more than just t-shirts, man. You got hoodies, hoodies, shirts, long sleeve, youth, whatever you guys want, man. It's all available for you guys on Bonfire, man. You got the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo design, the Riddler-inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret design, the scratch logo, the only community that matters, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired shirt, and you got the Christmas merch, man. So all 8 of these beautiful designs are available for you guys live on the merch shop. Again, link is at the top of the description of this very video, and it is in either mine or Sir K's social media pages. And with that, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling, man. The weekend's finally here, man. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the next 2 nights. That'll be really good. Can't wait for Mania, man. Can't wait to see Yo Moss. Um,
Omo Mania.
and Omo Mania, bro. That's what I'm most excited for. But I can't wait to see everything in Mania, the aftermath. I can't wait. And it's here, man. It's here. And it's awesome, man. And I've been great, man. And like Durante, it's always here to ask, man, how is life? How's the families? Life's good, man. Family's good. How is everybody doing in chat? I see almost everybody's here, man. Durante, Bell, JD, Fedna.
Jay-Z.
I mean, JT there. I don't know, bruh. That was up decently early, man. JT, my bad, bro. And how are you guys doing too, man? And how about you, bro? How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, man. I'm good, dude. I'm good. Very, very, very excited for WrestleMania. I'm very excited for WrestleMania, man. Like I said, dude, this is the first Mania. This is the first Mania I've been excited for since WrestleMania 34, and that was 5 years ago. Fuck. That was 5 years ago. And then, to even take it a step further, the last WrestleMania that I watched that I was very excited for and it actually followed through, fuck. I don't even know if I could tell you an answer to that one, man. It's
maybe like a handful of moments in 33, maybe.
33 was okay. Yeah, 33 was a decent WrestleMania. Yeah, I would say 33 was a good one. I mean, minus the Orton and Wyatt bore with fucking maggots in the ring. I mean, Seth and Triple H was decent. Roman and Undertaker fucking blew. The Hardy Boys returned. It did end with a sick moment though. The Undertaker's retirement. I was crying. I was that I mean, yeah, 33 was pretty nice, man. And then
What a good age.
and then yeah, I would say I felt pretty satisfied after that WrestleMania. I felt like it went okay.
And Belle said her opinion, but my opinion, that is my favorite stage too. I saw the stage for Mania 39. It's really good.
Oh, it's
But
awesome.
dude, the height. Because one thing I liked
Yeah,
about the 33 stage, they built it all the way at the top of the arena.
that's
It
awesome.
was just so tall,
They
and I
they
loved
did
it.
elevate this year. That's what I
They
like.
did.
They elevated it because 32 is one of the most I
Oh, I
fucking
don't
hated
care.
that one. I hate when the Mania stages are so low. Like as a performer, if I'm coming out on WrestleMania, I want to look like I'm fucking front and center,
World.
top of the fucking world, man. I don't want to fucking damn near come out on the floor like I do every week on a Raw or a SmackDown. If I'm a
Yeah.
performer, I want, I want to be front and center, high as hell, man. Well,
All right, Jeff Hardy, calm down.
I don't know about all that, man. You know, I want to be up there, man. If I'm a performer, so yeah. Ooh, that's tough, bro. That's tough. I definitely see, you and Bell's points, man. 33 was sick, man. 33 was fucking sick. 34 was okay. It
I
was
like
all right.
or
Um,
I like the color scheme. And I like that they
definitely,
did do something for
definitely.
green
35 was fucking one of the worst ones, man. That
or
blew.
actually it was garbage.
36 was what the fuck? Oh, 36 was in a performance center. I guess that takes the worst. 36 would have been cool. 37 was pretty cool. 38 was better than 32. It was in the same stadium. I like the concept of 38 more. The star standing up instead of fucking as the stage. I hate 32 stage, dude. I
Oh,
genuinely
it was
do.
so bad.
I genuinely do, man. That was the year we got the pre-show stopper, man. So that just goes to show how fucking bad Stardust was in the open to that event. So the ladder match. But regardless, I love the stage this year. Actually, um, I mean, should we show the picture of the stage now or wait right before the predictions?
We can show it now. We're talking about it.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So, we got these pictures here for you guys, man. We got these, these are the images that were leaked. These were the leaked images of the Mania stage. It's looking real cool. On the left, as you can see on the left, on the bottom left, you're going to see a nice, beautiful gray structure that we're going to talk about in a little bit. A gray structure, mind you, or silver, whatever you want to call it.
I was hoping it was blue.
Uh, yeah, they
I
would
wanted it
too.
red.
But
I
as
was
you can
so
see,
put up.
man, you got on the right, you have the big Mania sign, and then under that, you got some nice Maniatrons with the like movie posters, like a
I
movie
love
theater, man.
I really like those. Those are probably my favorite part about it.
Absolutely. I think you could do some really cool shit for the matches. You could put, a couple, just make a couple movie theater posters for each superstar, man, and just put pictures put pictures of them. You for example, like you could have like 3 pics of Cena on the right and then 3 pictures of Austin Theory on the left while they're wrestling, and it'll just make for a fucking awesome look. But these are like the leak pictures, but this is the official pictures we got last night. It's very blurry. It's very blurry with the reveal, but man, these movie posters, it is a beautiful fucking touch to the stage, man. Beautiful,
It really is,
beautiful
man.
touch
I
to the
love it.
stage. Absolutely. It looks incredible, man. They got the little like Oscar stage kind of going on here, and then a real high up ramp, man. So it looks awesome, man. It looks awesome, and I'm really messing with the design for the stage, man. And I'm so glad we moved away from a stage like WrestleMania 35, man, because
Thank God.
when WWE did that, I don't know why, and I'm glad I was wrong, but I just had a feeling that, that somebody was going to like that. Somebody was going to like just a big stage, and they were going to go with that every year.
I could have seen it.
Yeah, about 70,000 at SoFi, man. So,
That Lego now it's like 92,000.
oh, you know them. 101,000 or like 30 fucking K over. Good old WWE. But yeah, it'll probably be somewhere around like 70 or 80,000,
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, man, so that's the Mania stage, and like I said, I'm really messing with it, man. I'm really messing with it. I love the movie posters, man, and the stage thing going on, man. It's really nice, man. It's really nice.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I really like it, man. I really do like it.
Definitely. Absolutely, man. So with that, man, let's go over some let's bring it down a couple notches, man. We got to talk about the old man, because we got some news on the old man to start you guys off here today. It is being reported as of this morning, Vince McMahon is officially a WWE employee again. According to a new SEC filing that was recently filed, McMahon is now officially a WWE employee again. He was given a stock award with a market value of $4.7 million. He remains the controlling shareholder of the company. The deal stipulates that he will serve as executive chairman for a term of 2 years from his start date of January 9th, 2023, which was when he returned to WWE. I heard a lot of people saying that it's a new business year, and that's why the announcement came out like this, but I mean, it even kind of says it here. His start date was January 9th. I felt, that was the day he really became a WWE employee again.
Yeah.
But it is official, according to the SEC, he is officially a WWE employee again, and he is executive chairman, obviously, as we know. Nothing really new from January, man. Just a new business year. I wonder if that's why Vince does Mania around this time of year, because it's a new business year. That makes
Probably
sense.
is. It most likely is because it probably sets off their business here strong with Mania. So I think that's probably why he did it around now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I never knew that. That definitely sounds like that's something Vince would do. So yeah, man, he's officially back. Well, not really, but officially, kind of. Yeah, man, like nothing. Hey, I was screaming my head off about this 2 months ago, so nothing really too much to be said here, man.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's kind of just affirming what we knew for a while now, and let's just see where it goes from here, man. Because Vince, it's always gonna escalate.
It's always, yep. It's always in his mind. It's always improving, but for us, it's a fucking constant demotion.
Literally.
So, speaking of Vince, let's go ahead and get all his stories out of the way in the start. According to a new filing with the SEC, Vince McMahon has paid $17.4 million yesterday to cover the cost of the board's inquiry into allegations of sexual misconduct against him and former CEO John Laurinaitis. I don't think he was CEO. I think that's a typo. But former head of talent relations John Laurinaitis. So Vince also committed to pay for any additional costs, man. So he is paying back some hush money, man. Even though the real number, he's probably about another 15 to 16 million he's got to pay back, but I think the money they uncovered isn't the same as what it really is.
No, definitely, man. Definitely. And plus, he's doing exactly what we said he was going to do and pay the shareholders off. Look at that. We're right.
We were wrong, though. We were jumping
Oh,
the gun. We were
we're
jumping
jumping.
the gun. Man, from the moment this guy left, I remember the stream we came on here, and I said it then. I said, it's nice having Triple H, for as long as we're gonna have him. But I told you guys then, just wait, because I feel like we're gonna get the fucking rug swept from under us, man. And
Mm-hmm.
he
I've been grabbing at that fucking rug.
yeah, he's paying him off, man. He's paying off his hush money to nobody's surprise. If this is a surprise to you, you probably started watching wrestling yesterday because
Exactly. 'Cause you don't know this man at all. He was
absolutely,
planning
man.
to come back the second he left.
Yep. Probably gave him a nice couple hours, man, before he felt that he was given bad advice. after spending about $33 million to cover up all of his sexual misconducts. So fucking
Good
Vince,
Lord.
man. Fucking Vince. Hey, there's manager Logan.
There's the manager.
Oh, I forgot to ask. As Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. Forgot to cover that, man. I feel like once you asked me how I was, we definitely just glided into WrestleMania season. But yes, how are you, Durante, Bell, JT, the Fed, Jonathan Fedna, manager Logan? Thank you guys for being here as always, man. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
forgot to cover that base. We just went right into Mania, man. But another story with Vince McMahon. another story with Vince McMahon. WWE talent have noticed strong indicators that Vince McMahon secretly returned to creative. Well, first and foremost, I don't really think it was ever a secret. Triple H has talked multiple times about how he openly talks with Vince about creative. Another thing you can also notice, another thing you can also notice in the creative is, if you watch Monday Night Raw, and it's been like this for a really long time, we've talked about this before, you kind of see the return of like 3 to 4 minute matches. Yeah. Triple H is pretty much only there because once he got in, it's going to be hard to get him out. And what I mean by that is the process of selling the company. After they sell, it's not going to be hard to get him out at all. But while they're selling, the people love Triple H. They want Stephanie McMahon back. They want, they like that team. But it's going to be the process of after they sell. I mean, the guy's probably, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say he's not going to be there too much longer. But the process of selling the company, it would be salesman suicide if Vince McMahon threw out Triple H, because people were already dipping once Stephanie left. But the only thing keeping some people around is Triple H.
Exactly, man. And imagine how the company would look from a buyer's perspective if yet again there's just a massive shift in management, just getting replaced yet again.
Yep.
The company would seem so unstable, which it is, but to the buyers, they can't let the buyers know that. So for now, Triple H is going to remain in charge. It's just going to be Vince McMahon and his mentality and his people slowly easing their way back in. So when the sale happens, they could just boot that man out.
Yeah, definitely. It's a, like I said, the only reason it's going to be hard to get him out is because they got him in already. You know what I mean? And once the company's sold, especially if it's a Saudi Arabia, man, Triple H might as well book his one-way flight to Jacksonville, because
he better book him and his whole crew to that flight. You better grab. I mean, he might want to leave Sean at home at this point, but you could grab William Regal. You could grab probably not Road Dogg either. I wouldn't probably grab him, but production team I would grab and fucking run over to fucking Jacksonville, man.
Definitely.
You could leave Road Dogg and Sean back.
Definitely. Oh, fuck yeah. Leave him. Yeah, definitely. So, WWE talent have noticed strong indicators that Vince McMahon has secretly returned to creative. Like I said, Triple H is open. I mean, you could see, the proof is in the pudding, bro. Just watch the fucking show. Man. I mean, as soon as you start hearing little politics of, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley is going to main event over Sami and Kevin, do you honestly think Triple H would not have Sami Zayn main event the show? Sami Zayn fucking carried them through the end of last year, beginning of this year, do you honestly think Triple H would not? Triple H loves Kevin Owens. He loves Sami Zayn. He fucking put Sami Zayn in an amazing position. Do you really think Triple H is not going to have them main event? No.
Exactly, man. Which gladly it looks like they are. Because do you see what Jay did on one of their little interviewee things? That little red carpet they do for Mania thing.
I didn't.
This motherfucker Jay, he's with Jimmy. They're talking. They get all the interviewers taking pictures. This motherfucker Jay throws up his ones and goes, "Yeah, main event." And Jimmy just looks at him like, "You fucking idiot! Why would you say that?" So I think they are the main event if they won.
That's what's up, dude. That's what it. If it's anything but that,
It's
you're
disrespectful.
it's downright fucking disrespectful because Sami Zayn shouldn't even be in a fucking tag team match at WrestleMania if we really wanted to fucking get down to the nitty gritty. But if he
Exactly.
is, he needs to main event the show. No
Exactly.
fucking question.
Oh,
Or
yeah, Wale, that's what the fuck it is. Wale Mania. That shit was funny as hell.
oh, is that where is that where Jay did the?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
apparently where it is. That's where everybody is, I guess. I guess that's like the event, the weekend is Wale Mania.
Wait a minute. Isn't Samoa Joe supposed to be at Super Card of Honor? Why
Is
is
he
he
in
at
today's
fucking
convention?
Wale Mania fucking rapping? Oh, it's in LA. Bro probably
Yeah,
bro
you know
ain't
he
no
stopped by.
way. Ain't no way this man fucking got on stage rapping and in a couple hours he's gonna be fucking fighting Mark Briscoe.
I saw Jade Cargill was there. She was hanging out with Naomi,
Oh sweet.
um, and other people were hanging out with each other. Oh yeah, it was Will Hobbs. He was hanging out with Big E.
Oh,
So
cool. Cool.
everybody's at Wale Mania apparently.
Wale Mania. Is Omos there, man?
Oh, dude, that would be the best. Why didn't he get? Even though, like, I'm not a mark for his music, but you would think it'd make more sense to get Wale to do the fucking Mania theme song instead of the fucking weekend.
Tired of the weekend, bro. I'm tired of the weekend. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it was yesterday. Okay, that makes sense.
gotcha. Okay, that's why I'm seeing fucking video. I told Sir K before we went on, the last fucking thing I expected to see on my Instagram feed was fucking Samoa Joe dancing and rapping on stage. I was like, what?
That was the other collab. Yeah, Hit Row and Swerve are hanging out again,
Oh,
back
that's
together.
cool. That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, too bad they fucking suck now. Got both
Yeah,
of them. Got fucking Mogul Enterprise and shit row. The
Hit
fuck?
Enterprise over there.
Good lord. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's nice. Next year we need Omos Mania, man. He needs to be at Wale Mania.
You need the duo Opal Moss and Satin Rim saying, bro, we gotta
Oh,
see it.
bro, we need to see it. We need to
And
see the generational tag team. All right, man. So Sean Sapp doubled down on the idea that Vince is not back in creative right now, and sources have confirmed this. He wrote behind Fightful's paywall, although there is denial that McMahon is back, a big hint of rewrites could indicate that he is back. Vince McMahon was famous for rewrites on the day of the show. As of right now, Triple H is still the man in gorilla position, calling the shots. But it wouldn't surprise a lot of people if Vince McMahon is doing a lot more behind the curtain. Fightful Select recently reported that there were concerns among talent that Vince McMahon could have a bigger hand in creative than there has been let on. WWE reps have vehemently denied that McMahon is involved, and McMahon has claimed to those close to him that he's there to oversee either new television rights, a sale, or both. Yeah, right. However, there has been some red flags that have caused more concern for talent. Talent noted that there are more rewrites on the day of the show than usual under the Triple H regime. There have also been strong indicators of characters and gimmicks being adjusted to a manner in which Vince McMahon had previously preferred. Asuka. There were
Quiet.
relaxed, yeah, they that were relaxed or changed when Triple H that tell characters that were relaxed. Asuka to a T. Asuka
Oh,
was on
literally.
fucking cocaine under Vince McMahon.
I
And
thought you were saying with TK.
seriously, bro. Um, that were relaxed or changed when Triple H took control. Some of these things have had an impact on morale. Talent have also mentioned that there has been extensive creative laid out that was adjusted at the last minute. However, no talent we've heard from has been had outright been told Vince McMahon is involved beyond giving just input. Yeah, again, the proof is in the pudding. You can literally see it. You can literally see it. Matt Riddle's another one who was a little bit in the beginning of the Triple H regime. Matt Riddle was very like serious in his feud with
Yeah,
Seth Rollins, and then he kind of just went back to fucking around with Elias and dancing, and just him and Elias were creating a tag team or something, or they were friends or something like that. Shit like that is fucking Vince McMahon 101.
oh
Asuka
yeah.
coming back and being very serious, but then the other week we see her dancing around with the championship. Like, what is this, man? Bray Wyatt doing his funhouse bullshit. Uh, you see these things, and the proof is in the pudding. So, like I said, man, Vince is not official, but as long as Triple H takes his input, I mean,
Damn near official at this point.
pretty much. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, it's not as bad as him being in gorilla position, but I mean, it's also not good. It's not a good trend to be on.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's really not. And this trend is just going to spiral into worse and worse, man. And the clock's ticking, man. Clock's ticking.
Yes, TikTok, says Mister Fucking Karrion Cross.
Damn, Bill, my bad. I beat you to it. Anytime I hear fucking cocaine, I instantly think of that of fucking TK. You have to.
So JT, I would love to answer your question, man. He says you don't like the Funhouse. I love the Funhouse. I
Oh,
do.
I love
What I don't love is the new Bray Wyatt using old Funhouse clips against Bobby Lashley. I think that's a little beneath him at this point. I think. Did you also hear? I heard some rumors that they canceled Wyatt's new stable.
that sounds like a very Vince thing.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Oh,
why
dude.
would Triple H cancel a stable? We know
Mi-
Triple H loves stables. He
I was gonna
loves
say
them.
he's Mr. fucking stable. He loves his fucking factions, man.
Yeah, to answer your question, JT, I love the Funhouse, but I think if we're gonna do something new, we need to do something new. And I think when Wyatt first came back and he was just this very grounded version of himself, it's like his gimmick was Wyndham.
Exactly.
He was just being Wyndham. Um, so somewhere along the lines, I think it got a little too theatrical to the point where it loses its grip of reality, and I think that's what made it interesting, was the fact that he was peeling back the curtain and he was letting us see Wyndham, um, and and he was kind of just telling the story of wanting to be better, but then he kind of just flips out and he loses his marbles again. And,
Like, I was loving that shit.
I was loving it too, man. It was really, really good, man. But then, they introduced this version of Uncle Howdy, and then they introduced this other version of Uncle Howdy that's Bo Dallas, and I don't know, man. Somewhere along the lines, I feel like it lost its sense, kind of. So, that's my gripe with it. That's my gripe with it, man. Damn, did you just hear that?
Yeah, it's a huge storm going on in the Midwest right now, so
Yeah,
this shit hit.
that's crazy. That's crazy, man. But yeah, man. So, um, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So honestly, man, you could just see it. You could see it, man. You really could.
Definitely, man, definitely. It's very apparent.
As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. I literally just seen it too, so I don't know if it was a rumor. I seen it not too long ago though. Yes, here it is. Haha. The Wrestling Observer noted that Vincent and Dutch received WWE tryouts, but they didn't receive any offer from the company. What? It's unknown whether they rejected a deal because they were never because that was never said at the time. We all know at this time, all we know is that deals were never completed. In addition to Vincent and Dutch not getting WWE contracts, it seems several plans for them went away with that. It was reported that WWE had plans to bring them in for Bray Wyatt's stable. Dude, that's fucking perfect. But now it's described as a wait-and-see situation. This could be a situation where they're waiting till after Mania, but I don't see why that would be a reason not to sign them. I mean...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if we see Sanity after Mania, that means they were probably signed like 2 months ago.
January, when Eric Young came back.
Exactly. So why wouldn't they not been signed? How do you reject those two? Like, what?
Oh, that's another huge indicator. You see what Logan just said?
Oh,
Cody said in a podcast that he got fined when he said wrestling and belt. Does it count if he says it with a lisp, or does he just get like half of the fine?
I was gonna say, technically he didn't say wrestling. He said reffling.
There you go.
So
that's one way around it.
If you ask me.
Belt.
But that ain't a good sign either, man.
Yeah, he says regarding on questions on Vincent and Dutch, if they had tryouts a few months ago but were never signed, nor as far as we not as far as we know turned down either. The idea at the time was for them to be put in a Bray Wyatt stable. It was described to me as a wait-and-see situation. Bray Wyatt was also pulled from his WrestleMania match against Bobby Lashley after suffering an illness for weeks, and it was said that he is still not medically cleared. The exact nature of his issues have not been disclosed. Wow, what the fuck are we doing? Dude, do not put Eric Young in that fucking group. And first of all, why is the group being canned? Or what is going on? It's the shit like this, man. It's the shit like this. It really is. It really is, man. I don't know, man. I don't know why you would cancel something like that. I genuinely don't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to hear, man. That group could have been so fucking good.
By the
And mhm.
by the way, just something interesting to point out. Who was the guy that has remind me, who was the guy that has a weird thing about Bray Wyatt being by himself and constantly breaking up his group for no reason?
Exactly. He would always randomly make fucking Brody Lee do something random, then Eric
Fucking
Rowan, and
Eric
then
Rowan, Brody Lee was fighting on Team Authority and Rowan was on the other team. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
it was weird, man.
Then they just
And
randomly got him back together just to break him up again in the draft and put him half back together and then add Randy Orton and then break it all back up again. I mean, come on.
literally, man, it ain't good signs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not looking good, and it's certainly not looking good for Bray Wyatt. And that sucks because Vincent and Dutch have such a dope look, and they're friends of Wyndham. And man, that could have just went together so perfectly, man. Oh, what a fucking mess.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Definitely, man. Logan Paul, LP. Logan Paul talked on his Impulsive podcast. He revealed that his contract with WWE ends after WrestleMania. Logan Paul is set to face Seth Rollins at the 39th edition of WrestleMania in what is expected to be a banger of a match. The full, he says, and I quote, "My contract ends this WrestleMania." Paul said, "My rookie year is about to be up, and it's been a great rookie year." End quote. It has been a great rookie year for Logan Paul. It's been a great rookie year for him, and I think he's just going to sign on for another couple matches. I think the reason they signed him to a year deal is because they didn't know if he was going to fucking suck or if he was actually going to be okay, but they would have to be idiots not to bring him in. Well, not idiots, but I mean,
It would just make all the sense in the world.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense to re-sign LP. I think he's been great. I need to see a match with him and Ricochet. I think he's athletic as hell. And I think, he's not my fucking favorite wrestler on the roster or anything, and I wouldn't lose sleep if they didn't re-sign him. But if they do, then we're just gonna get some more fun matches out of the guy, and it'll be what it is, man. So it's nothing much more than that, man. So
Exactly, man. Exactly. I would be down for it. And if it doesn't, oh well, man. Oh well. But I would like to. I would like a couple more matches with the guy.
same. I would love to see that match with Ricochet. I think that's what he should have did at Mania this year, so I can
Half of the guys in the back don't anyway.
That is true. That is true, man. That is true.
You think Baron Corbin cares? You think fucking half of those fucking people care? They don't care.
Braun Strowman admitted to not giving a fuck, so
Exactly. People just don't care. Brock don't care. It's how it is, man.
bro, I feel like Brock does.
He cares
in his own way.
But he cares in his own way, man. He cares in his own way, but like
he cares, but he's also trying to get this bag, pretty much.
exactly. At the end of the day, money over everything with Brock.
Yeah, definitely. Which
He get respect.
it is what it is. But Brock, man, Brock is up there. Brock is one of the most underrated performers of all time. Brock,
he's
man,
probably the most not misused because it's not like he's like they It's not like they underuse
Yeah, it's
him,
not like
but
they're jobbing him.
no, but like they don't know how to use the fucking guy.
Yeah, yes.
They always pick the wrong opponents, the wrong
Yep.
feud, the wrong match. I could think of a million Brock matches that could be the best match ever, and they will never do
Brock.
any of them.
Brock. And it hits a little different now that I'm saying this because this man isn't even on the WrestleMania card, but Brock versus Johnny fucking Gargano. Are you
Ooh,
kidding me, bro?
man,
Ugh.
like you did so many good matches with the guy. Like they think about Brock. They just use his name. They just book his name.
Yep,
Brock
because he's
versus
box
Omar.
office.
Exactly. But the thing is, he is box office. His name itself will carry any match. You put Brock versus a Gargano, where most people don't know Gargano, they're going to see that. They're
They're
going to
gonna
see those two
fall in
moving.
love.
Exactly. You use the guy with the big name to elevate the guy with, the overall smaller name in terms of the wider audience. And they don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Which that's the
I mean,
problem
look
with
at what the
Brock.
fuck he's doing this year.
He fucking lost.
One of Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship defenses was against Kane and Braun Strowman. And that was in fucking 2018. Bruh, what are we
In a
doing?
fucking, what was the big Extreme Rules match or something, or was it just
Something
a
like
normal
that.
threat?
Yeah,
I think it was, yeah.
it was something like that. Something stupid. But I I don't think Logan Paul doesn't respect the I don't I don't I don't think it's that he doesn't respect the history and the other performers. I just think he doesn't necessarily understand.
Yeah, and
Like,
the thing about Logan Paul, he's not a main, full-time guy. Of course, he's not gonna have the time or care to put into this because wrestling's not his main, avenue in life. It's just
yeah.
a side.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like he was one of those wrestling fans that kind of like dipped in for a minute, or maybe he just like listened to his buddies talking about it,
Yeah,
and that was it. Because I mean, you could even hear him. Like, I remember the podcast he did with Cody. Cody had to like explain to him that there's like other wrestling out there, and Logan Paul
yeah.
had no idea that Ricochet came from the indie circuit, as he called it. So it's those. I always tell you guys this, but it's very easy for me to find out if you're an actual wrestling fan or not, or it's very easy just based. I don't know if you guys understand this. Please let me know, but
I
like,
know.
I,
Like one of those wrestling fans in passing.
yeah, like I want to know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you guys like, can you guys in chat talk to somebody and based on how they word things and how they talk about things, can you tell if they're an actual wrestling fan or not? It's really hard to explain, but it's
Like
just this, it's like my sixth sense, man.
Like, if you ask me about basketball, I could list a handful of things I've heard that you talk about
Mhm.
because you like it and you know about it way
Right.
more than I do.
Mhm.
But if you hear me talking about it,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound like how Logan Paul talks about the business. Like,
Or like how I fucking talk about Star Wars.
exactly. Just, yeah, man. You hear about, the most known event in the thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just how it is. Not every wrestler has to be a supermark. And he's not. And he's a part timer. He's only here for big fun matches, and that's okay, man. And I like the guy. And that's coming from me. And I think I've been the most critical about this match with Seth Rollins, and even I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
it's
down for him to come back. I'm still down.
yes, just and I mean, if you want to put him in a match against Seth Rollins on fucking uh,
Saudi
some
fucking
Saudi
Saudi
show,
rule.
or even even like an Extreme Rules or something like that, it is what it is, man. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would rather them use a guy like Logan Paul for their Saudi shows and WrestleMania than a guy like Goldberg, to put
Exactly,
it in a
man.
nutshell. So,
He's basically their, modern, schedule-wise version of Goldberg, and I am perfectly fine with that replacement. Perfectly
yes,
fine.
because the things Logan Paul does, it's like he actually goes out there and he works his ass off. I can't lie. He's fucking jumping around. He's fucking breaking a sweat. By the time oh bro, that fucking Lana Rhodes, dude, fucking Cody, the porn star. So yeah, I mean, he goes out there and he works his ass off, man, and you can tell he's actually trying. And I would like to see him progress into calling things while he's out there instead of rehearsing for an entire month with Shawn Michaels. But I digress. That was his first match, so it is what it is, man. But yes. Oh, Lord. How could I forget that Vince McMahon story? Back to Vince McMahon for a quick second. Vince McMahon. According to PW Insider, they're reporting that multiple sources have told them that Vince McMahon will 100% be at WrestleMania 39. It was not said if Vince McMahon will appear on camera. If he does appear, then it could be his last Mania appearance as the owner of the company. Nick Khan has indicated that there are multiple potential buyers for WWE and that McMahon is open to stepping down if that's what the new buyer wants. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, just because Vince McMahon will be there this weekend doesn't mean he will be on the show. Anything is possible, though. For what it's worth, there are more WWE sources there are more WWE sources who've confirmed to Fightful that there are more red flags behind the scenes that indicate that Vince McMahon has been more involved in the creative end of things, like we just read to you guys. So, dude, I kind of expected this. WrestleMania, Vince McMahon created WrestleMania. WrestleMania is his baby, blah, 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 blah. We've heard it all 10 times over, but, I could see this coming. I could have easily seen Vince McMahon being there.
The sales stuff wasn't happening. I could have bet he was going to be there anyway.
Definitely. He probably. I mean, he's literally been at all of the WrestleManias, so I could see him. Just being there, just to be there, because it's
WrestleMania. Where else are you going to be that night?
Right. Definitely, man. So that is that. And speaking of the sale of WWE, we got an update on the sale. CNBC is reporting that WWE sale is not going well. Damn.
They thought they were about to get lines of buyers, bro. That shit hilarious.
And if it's not going well with Triple H as the head of creative, either A, that's a really bad sign, or B, these people are sniffing out what is going to come.
Exactly. They know. And the thing is, it's funny that no one wants to buy this fucking company, but it's also scary because there is one people, like we've been saying, that will buy it anyway.
No matter what.
So,
yep.
What I want what would be good is if a lot of people did want the fucking company and it go to someone good. But when nobody wants it, they're going to sell it to the good old Saudis.
Yep, absolutely. We've been saying this shit.
And did you hear they made a bid too?
I did hear about that. So, but they have several entities in the ring fighting over the acquisition of the company. Reports insist Comcast is not a part of the fight over WWE sale. They described the sale the sale could be happening in the not so distant future. Damn.
Damn. Yep. Comcast is out. That one company I can't pronounce it. Fucking dude, it's gonna be Saudi, bro. I heard something about Disney recently that I think they were the ones that said that they would put Stephanie McMahon back in charge if they bought it.
I believe I
But
heard that as well.
Disney's going through so much shit. They're firing so many people at Star Wars, at Marvel. They ain't buying WWE. Their plate's full.
Yeah.
So, dude, all signs, like we've been saying, all signs point to Saudi.
They do. They do. And we've been saying that for a long time. And then, like to add another layer, we've been hearing rumors that Saudi did officially put in a bid. So that's another ongoing rumor right now that is not good whatsoever. Dude, if that happens, and God, I hope I'm wrong, but man, does it look like the more, I mean, if the sale's not going well, and I'm telling you, Saudi Arabia are going to be the only fucking people that bid that are going to buy the company no matter what shape it's in, because
It makes them look good.
yeah, exactly. And man, that is going to be a fucking mess. That is
Dude, I'm with you, Logan, bro. I hope not, man. I truly hope not. But if you ask me, it's what the reality is going to be, man. So sometimes, uh, to be honest, I'm mentally already seeing it as they're already basically bought by Saudi. So when it does happen, it doesn't hit that hard, man. Because
Yep.
the more I hope it doesn't happen, when it does, that shit gonna hit like a truck. But if I prepare myself mentally for it, I would have just accepted it at that point. So
Yeah. All right, man, let's jump over to some AEW news for a little bit here. AEW's announcement about their London debut is coming very soon. While speaking with Joe Brophy of Talk Sport, Tony Khan expressed his excitement about the UK wrestling market, calling it one of his favorite places in the world. He specifically mentioned his love for London, particularly West London and Craven Cottage, and emphasized AEW's strong viewership in the region. Tony Khan also revealed the company is working on finalizing the major details for their London show, and that an announcement is expected very soon, with all major details falling in place. Tony Khan hinted that the announcement is likely to happen soon, leaving wrestling enthusiasts across the UK on tenterhooks. Okay.
okay.
He says, and I quote, "The announcement of AEW in London is coming very soon. I don't want to say exactly when, but believe me, it'll be very soon." Or he says, very, very soon. In other words, don't make the same mistake I did last year. Start saving your work paychecks now, because these motherfuckers announced All Out. Oh, get your All Out tickets tomorrow.
Dude, I
Bruh.
was so angry with that shit. But to pair with this news, did you see TK has an announcement on Wednesday?
Oh, well,
So
either
I
it's
think it's gonna
either
be
it's a
honest.
yeah, either it's another stupid ass announcement, or it's anything not a streaming service, or it is the
The
UK,
London
which
show.
if
Which I
he's
wonder what it's gonna be.
yeah. Um the fact is, we're getting closer and closer on all the details you mentioned, dates, venues, etc. There are a lot of details to work out on such a major event as this, but all of the major details are coming into place. We're very close to having all the information ready to announce. So it's come together very quickly. People are going to be very excited when they hear about this. It's going to be a very special event. I think this could be one of the greatest events in AEW history. Certainly befitting of our debut in London, which is a city that I love so much. It's so close to my heart. For everybody there, all the wrestling fans there, I cannot wait to do it, and it feels like coming home to me. So I'm very excited about it. This is great. However, I'm gonna tell you this. Next year, for Revolution or even Double or Nothing, maybe All Out if you want to give Chicago Double or Nothing, or Full Gear, one of these pay-per-views needs to be in London.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I say, man, uh, I really hope it would be something like Double or Nothing or All Out because, listen, I say it all the time. I love All Out. I want something different for Chicago, man. You know
Yeah.
how desperately I want Double or Nothing, bruh? I want a Double or Nothing
Same.
shirt. I want to be there. But change it up, man. But I definitely think by next year there needs to be a pay-per-view, you know, that's you know, in London or just the general UK. Definitely, man. Definitely. And for what it's going to be this year, if I'm guessing, they're going to make it some like you know how they have the one in New York,
Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. Yeah, I think they're going to make their the UK version of that. So we'll see how that goes, man. But it's going to be exciting, man, and that crowd is going to be insane. I can't wait.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know why Tony Khan's saying this is home. His home is actually Chicago. So we'll take Mr. Khan gladly.
I'll
Um,
take Colin.
Mr. TK. So, um, yeah, man. So AEW London dates, expect them soon. Unfortunately, for some of you guys, it might be too late, man. It might be too late. Like it almost they, ooh,
Damn
they
near we
were
didn't get
they
to
were they were close. They were
They were
so
real
close. Or
close.
at least with Chicago, do the United Center. Do that fucking
Mhm.
United Center, man. That'll
Which I'm
switch it
glad.
up.
Exactly. Which I'm glad. What was that last Friday already? Damn, it's already been a week since we gave that news, but looks like that is going to be in the United Center this year. They're moving from tradition out of the Now Arena. Thank
That
fucking
fucking
God.
run down fucking
That
arena, man.
fucking concrete tomb, the fucking Now
Man.
Arena. Please stick to the United Center, bro. Please.
All right, man. Let's talk about a disgruntled AEW talent. No, we're not talking about CM Punk, at least not yet. He's next. But for now, Miro. I really want to like Miro,
Yeah,
but the more I hear about shit like this, the more it makes me dislike him.
I
um,
know. Like, I thought he was gonna be one of those super cool, chill
yeah,
guys, and he seems kind of an asshole. Or
definitely.
kind of not an asshole, but like, you know, just one of those guys.
Yeah, he's a little like one
Pretentious.
one of those guys that fucking hates to lose, and he doesn't want to lose to anybody, which I mean I get protecting your character, but
It's
I
so
mean,
there's a line, like especially with the person we talk about in this story. If you're not okay with losing to him in AEW, you need help.
seriously. Yes, Tony Khan is from Chicago. He is from, well, not Chicago. I know he's from Champaign. He grew up in
Yeah,
Champaign, Illinois. So, I'm, you know,
but anyway,
you know how that goes. He's
if
not gonna
you're
say I'm from Champaign, Illinois.
no, if you're at least like three-quarters the way up the state of Illinois, you're just from Chicago.
Yeah,
It's just how it is.
definitely. Um,
It's fucking Tony D'Angelo. He ain't the mobster from Oak Park. He's fucking mobster from Chicago.
fucking Oak Park. Um, good God.
Good dork.
So, Dave Meltzer mentioned the report that Miro is in Bulgaria. Mentioned in his report that Miro is in Bulgaria in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter. It was noted that Tony Khan had an idea for Miro's return, as he would lose in a battle royal match, but that didn't come to pass. Miro and CJ Perry, or Lana, have been in Bulgaria for a month. Tony Khan had pitched an idea for him in September for Full Gear. One thing he turned down was losing a battle royal where he and Adam Page would have been the last two, and Khan had said that after the pay-per-view they'd try to get back together, and obviously his name hasn't been mentioned since. He has about 3 years left on his contract. He wants to go back to WWE. He's always talking, or he's always, he posts, I believe a couple weeks ago he was posting some gifs of, his Alexander Rusev character in NXT and stuff like that. Just fucking let him go at this point, dude. If you don't want to lose in a battle royal where you're not even getting pinned to Adam Page is ridiculous.
Dude, literally, I think damn near everybody in this company has lost in a battle royal. It's just what you do. It's a part of the business. You lose in a battle royal.
Dude, look at fucking Gunther. Does anybody look at Walter any differently because he got thrown over a top rope? No, he's still undefeated. That's like one of the easiest cop-outs.
Like, yeah, if you would have been one of the first ones out in a battle royal full of tag teams, yeah, I would have been a little annoyed. I might have said, yeah, I would have been like, all right, that's annoying. But dude, you were literally booked to be the second to last person in a battle royal and lose to Hangman. That just sounds some baby ass shit, bro.
One of the OGs. One of the fucking guy that damn near the whole entire company's been built around, arguably.
Literally. And you don't want to lose to him, bro. But in WWE, you lost 24/7 and didn't fucking utter a word.
Seriously.
You had making out with your wife, and you were fine with it. Come on, bro.
That's fucking insane, man. That's actually fucking insane.
That's the thing that annoys me about those guys that don't want to lose like that in AEW. It's not that they don't want to lose, because in a way, like you said, you got to protect your character. But like, if you were in WWE right now, they wouldn't give a fuck if they were losing.
Yeah,
they'd be like, man, I have a job, unlike you. They would have been defending it. But the fact that it's AEW, it's bad.
Where was this character protection during his feud with Bobby Lashley? I mean, seriously.
Exactly, man.
And there's a difference, again, in losing a battle royal versus somebody telling you, hey, I know your character's been booked strong, but yeah, you're going to go out there in front of a bunch of mindless fucks and lose to Bill Goldberg in 3 minutes. There's a fucking difference, man. There's a difference. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And like I said, man, the more I want to like the guy, man, but the more we fucking hear about him, it's like, really? Having a problem losing to Hangman Page in a battle royal where you're not even getting pinned is a little ridiculous. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't get it, man. If he wants to go, man, he's one of those boats like Andrade. Let him fucking go.
Let him go. It's not worth keeping him around. It's not. You could easily be paying somebody his check that wants to be there.
Exactly.
And I don't know. It's a little ridiculous considering this is one of the guys that came in and specifically cut an anti-WWE promo.
But it was half of those guys, too. Those anti-WWE guys. It's half of them that are the ones that are fucking bitching.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. All right, man. Jon Moxley. Actually, before we get on to that, Don Callis is reportedly injured.
I saw that.
Brian Alvarez provided an update on Don Callis after he was cut open during a backstage segment. He said Don was unaware that there was a lighting rig behind him, and when he went down, he went into the lighting rig head first. His doctor allegedly said the cut was so deep you could see his skull.
Damn.
He was taken to the hospital, and he was there till 3 a.m. getting patched up. Alvarez also mentioned he thankfully did not get a concussion during the incident, and that he is back home resting.
Damn.
Holy fuck, man. Wish Don
That's
Callis the
tough.
best. That's horrible. I thought they were just doing some Moxley shit.
Yeah, I thought he took a hand out of Moxley playbook. I guess not, man. That really sucks, man. I hope he gets well soon, man. That's horrible to hear. You hate to see shit like that.
Absolutely. Another great point by Durante. And it wasn't even good Roman either. It's not even the Roman of today. It was the fucking Roman of 2016. One of his worst years. Dude fucking lost time and time again to the motherfucker, man. Dude couldn't win.
With it. I don't get it.
Man's spot on SummerSlam was completely nixed because of time.
He quite literally got buried to who did he get buried to? Was it Taker? Was it Taker that quite literally buried him in a fucking coffin match?
Didn't he get pulled out of that match? Or didn't he get pulled out, but then they put him back in? Yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it was him.
I remember the tweet. Bury me softly, brother.
Yep.
So you're fine with getting buried in the.
It makes no sense.
Annoying.
It really makes no fucking sense, man. All right, man. Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley on CM Punk. Well, Jon Moxley and CM Punk have appeared to have heat after Brawlout. Some in AEW believe if things came down to a Mox or Punk situation, then the company would have picked Moxley in that decision. Punk is very aware of the heat on him and possibly of talent walking out of the company if he returns. There was that. And then Jon Moxley went on Oral Sessions. He went on Oral Sessions, his wife's podcast, and he talked about his experience with CM Punk. Golly, where is the fucking story? Dude, I just had this. God damn it. Bruh. There we are. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. So, Jon Moxley talked on the situations. Yeah, just the sessions. They took out the oral. But yeah, oral sessions, the sessions, whatever the fuck it is. Jon Moxley talked about his situation with CM Punk. He said, "The entire summer, I was not under contract. Free agent. I could have walked into SummerSlam that night with the AEW belt." He would then go on to say, "Even me being in this room and offering you a storyline that puts you over at the pay-per-view, if anything, I'm bending over backwards for Tony and for what's his dick." In other words, CM Punk. I don't want to be dragged into this dumb shit.
Dude, he's my fucking goat, man.
Jon Moxley, that was pretty much his response to it, man. We told you guys last week, when they announced it, that we would come to you guys and bring to you what he said. Everybody took what he said as if he was fucking in gorilla position with the AEW championship at SummerSlam. Like he could have just walked right out there. Like, no, he said in the interview, if I wanted to, I could have. He was using that in a term to say that's how much of a free agent he was. He literally could have he could have walked into anywhere. It didn't even have to be WWE, but he did say I believe he was wrestling Phantasmo or something like that the same night, not too far from SummerSlam, but it is crazy to think about though.
That's a crazy what if, man. But like, he literally just said it as I could have done that because that's how much I was free. Not that I wanted to fucking do that. Like, what?
Fucking wrestling fans.
Later in that same interview that he doesn't know how, his run will look in 3 years with this new contract. But he said if it's the way it is now, he'll stay there for the rest of his life. But he was gonna fucking just walk into SummerSlam.
He even said too. He even said, "I love AEW, and I hate to say this, but I've never been somewhere where there's just petty bullshit drama.
Yeah,
over stupid bullshit." He said something along those lines, but yeah, that was what he said. That was what he said regarding CM Punk. He also said, which I thought was interesting. He said, "I can unload on a lot of people right now, but I'm not going to do that." Punk, take some notes. Take some notes, Mr. Punk.
Because you can, don't mean you should.
So, yeah, man. So that was his response to CM Punk. Pretty much, honestly, the vibe I got from Jon Moxley was pretty much nothing other than leave me the fuck out of this shit.
Exactly.
I was doing something for you. I was doing something for you. I'm bending over backwards for you. He was doing all that for CM Punk, and we even knew about that story with Mox of Moxley not wanting, he wanted Punk to put him over once before he beat him,
Yeah,
and that's what they ended up doing. And yeah, so yeah, man, I mean, that's that, man. That is that, as for Jon Moxley's response. But as for CM Punk, well, man, according to Dave Meltzer, in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, CM Punk and AEW had agreed in principle to an agreement after Tony Khan decided he wanted Punk back before Punk's Instagram post. Now where things are at is unknown. CM Punk agreed to come back to AEW in principle before that fucking Instagram post. Dude, have you not learned anything from All Out?
Dude, he literally has it. That's the thing. Like, he didn't learn anything, and then Mox just does exactly what he should have done twice now. Twice. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Dude, I get it. You think you need to defend yourself from the dirt sheets. If you don't say anything, it looks better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It looks like you're not even giving it the time of day because it's not true. But when stories come out and you feel like you have to address them, like, dude, if you knew you didn't get Colt Cabana fired, and if you knew you didn't have anything to do that, and it was a Tony Khan decision, don't say anything, because then it gives people the consumption that you're not even giving stuff like that the time of day. Why would you not give something like that the time of day, you may ask? Because it's not fucking true. But if you mention things like that, people take it as, oh, well, if he says it's not true, but he felt it was big enough to bring it up. Come on,
Exactly,
man.
man. Exactly.
Don't
It's
they
it's
media
very
train you in WWE? I mean, what the fuck? How do I know this shit?
you know his ass didn't go to that shit. You know his ass ain't pay attention. If they did, he's fucking punk. That motherfucker never learned, man. But what also could be true is what Lakin, Logan, I can't fucking talk, bro. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Legging.
Logan. That is true though. If they agreed into principle for him being down to come back and he just randomly sends out a random negative tweet for John Moxley and
That
Chris
is true.
Jericho, that's fishy, man. Because the thing is, especially Chris Jericho, he had nothing to do with that whole argument until that last line. Just, oh yeah, and fuck Chris Jericho. He is a shill, essentially, is what he said. For no reason.
No
He said
reason.
it for no reason. So I think I could easily see both, to be honest. I think it's what we've been saying this whole time with this Punk situation. It's just going to be a matter of time till we know if he's back or not,
Yeah.
and if he is back, until we know if this is a work or not. Because I could see it as a work. It would make sense. Plus, with Punk's in LA right now, he's hanging out with FTR. They were in the gym together,
Hmm.
shit like that, taking pictures.
They're gonna be at Mania,
Uh,
according to
um,
wrestling fans.
so I really could see it either way, and I could see it as just Punk being a fucking idiot again, just not learning his fucking lesson. So I could
Damn.
see it as either or, man. And I hope it's the first one. I hope it is a work, and they're gonna put this into a big overall set of storylines between him and Jericho, him
Yeah.
and Mox, and. But if it's not, bro, this dude needs to fucking maybe he needs to block himself on Instagram. How about that? Instead of
Yeah.
blocking us,
I'm
he
gonna
should block
block him,
himself. You know what, Miss AJ Lee, man? If you're watching this, take his phone away,
please,
please. For the sake of himself, take his goddamn phone away. His
please.
phone away.
Yeah, man. So that's the latest updates on CM Punk, and it's like, oh man, it's a head scratcher, bro. If it is true, but man, um, if it's not, this is great. He's got a fucking abundance of storylines when he comes back. He's just digging the fucking storyline hole that much deeper. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean, if it's not, he's digging his actual hole deeper, and that's not good at all. The storyline hole's a good hole to dig, man, but the other one not so much. And if it's not true, or if it's true and it's not a work, this fucking guy, man, it's.
just don't know when to stop.
I mean, at that point, you got to look at your cards and say, okay,
He can't bring him back.
it's you can't at that point.
No, if that is real, you can't bring his ass back. I'm
No,
sorry. I love the guy. You can't bring him back.
I do. I'm wearing his shirt. You're wearing his shirt. His flag's behind my head. I love CM Punk, bro. Love CM Punk. He's on my Mount Rushmore, my personal Mount Rushmore. But man, I mean, you got to look at the reality of the situation here too. So
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, Uh, Jumping over to WWE for our last couple stories, man, before we get on to these Mania predictions. We have the return of the, uh, well, per PW Insider, the original Hell in a Cell will return at WrestleMania 39, as I got a picture on the set for you guys here. It's a very blurry picture, man, but this is the picture that was going around. You can see the gray structure being assembled.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Amazing, man. Absolutely amazing, man. We've been waiting for this, and Triple H knew what he had to do, man. He knew what he had to do. So, very cool. Very cool for him to do that, man, and I'm glad he's bringing it back.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I like the sight of it. And I like the fact that it's the good cage, man. It's the good cell. You're gonna see Vince out there with a bucket of paint.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just
Definitely.
frantically painting it.
All right, man. And as for our last story for the day, our last piece of news, we got a tweet here from Belt Fan Dan. He says, "Since I'm being asked, I haven't heard anything about a new WWE belt. Early 2022, I heard the Big Gold was pitched as a replacement, plus Vince wanted a new unified belt for WrestleMania 40. I haven't heard anything in a long time, I haven't heard anything in a very long time, but could be I'm out of the loop. WrestleVotes told Give Me Sport that a new title had been created and is waiting to debut soon. There's a new belt. They said, and I quote, "There's a new belt. I don't know for sure if it's getting a new name. I don't know if it's one of the titles that's going away, but there's a new belt that WWE has made, and the decision makers have approved. Like if they wanted to introduce it on TV tomorrow, they could. Those boxes are checked." And then with that, WrestleVotes is confirming that Give Me Sport. WrestleVotes confirms in an interview with Give Me Sport that the decision for a remake of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship had already been approved by Triple H. I don't know why WrestleMania 40. It's very weird. It also doesn't make any sense if you want to do a draft, and I think that's what needs to happen. I think you need to do a draft. But
Yeah, that would have made sense. But to be honest, that would apparently, like I said, that was the plans of early 2022 when Vince was in charge. So I think Vince was going to do away with the draft and
I can
then,
see that.
just have one world title.
Yeah. He gave both world titles to Roman. He as much as he could, Roman got himself that nice deal with limited dates, but as much as he could, he was gonna try to put Roman on Raw.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's been approved by Triple H, man, and it looks like it's in the works. And I think what Triple H is gonna do, I think he's gonna split the titles, and I think one of them. I know which one it is. The Universal. Either that or they're going to merge the titles. The WWE Universal Championship, they're going to merge them. Just call them the WWE Championship. And I think they're going to introduce a World Heavyweight title. Whether that's Big Gold or something completely new, I think that's what they'll do.
I think so. And I think the title is either going to be, Big Gold, the modern logo and shit, I mean, the whole spiel, or a very Big Gold based title. I think no matter what, we're going to get a title around that design language of Big Gold, whether it's just a literal modern version of that exact title or an inspiration off of it. I'm going to be down for either, man.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely. I'm definitely very excited, man. This is why I've been excited for after Mania season, man. As I feel like this is the time we've all been waiting for with Trips to see what changes, what real changes he's gonna make, man. So that is the news on the new World Championship in WWE. And hopefully it's gonna be good, man. Hopefully it's gonna be good. But as for the news, that is it for this edition of the Notorious Sales Podcast, man. And now on to the WrestleMania predictions, man. Well, first of all, let's start off with this. WWE actually didn't keep us in the dark. They actually released a night order. They released which shows are going to be on each night. I love this. This is great. Let's flash the images on the screen for you guys right now. As you can see on your left-hand side, WrestleMania Night 1 or WrestleMania Saturday, we have Zesty Monster versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Emo Raiders in the WrestleMania Tag Team Showcase match. Whatever the hell it's called. And Then after that, also on night 1, we have Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Pretty cool.
I like that.
If it wasn't bad enough that Seth Rollins has a match with Logan Paul, they put him on night 1. But I see why they did it, you know. I mean, it is a Logan Paul match. I mean, it sucks because it's a Seth Rollins match too, but they put him on night 1. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul on this show, or on this night, rather, on night 1. We also have Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. The Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley and John Cena. Well, what we know is the open to night 1. John Cena versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship, man. It's going to be sick. Moving over to night 2, WrestleMania Sunday, we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green in the women's WrestleMania Showcase match. Then we got Omomania, or the match. They just had to make me wait for it, man. God damn it. We got Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Edge versus The Demon. Edge versus Finn Balor inside a Hell in a Cell. We got Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. And then the main event, Roman Reigns versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. And that is the night order for the for each night, man. So with that, let's go ahead and go down the line for the predictions, man. So the first match we're going to be predicting here is the tag team showcase match, Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits versus the Emo Raiders versus Zesty Monster. Who do you got, man?
Really don't give a shit. But overall, if I'm going to pick 2, it's either going to between not Emo Raiders, not them. Street Profits or Zesty Monster, man. I think most likely Street Profits, because that's their like go-to team at this point. So I'm gonna just give it to the Street Profits.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Zest. I'll probably give it to. Yeah, give me Zesty Monster or the Street Profits, man. I was gonna say the Emo Raiders, but just maybe to get some fucking steam behind them because their gimmick is dead and their act is dead. But yeah, I don't think anybody cares enough to get some steam behind them. So I'm gonna go ahead and say either Zesty Monster or the Street Profits.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. And the next up, we got Booking Control, Damaged Goods versus Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus. What do you got, man?
I mean, I don't really care. It's gonna be Becky's team. Another one of those. Obviously, we all know loser control is gonna lose again in the most shocking loss ever, and it's gonna be. Although I could see when Trish turns them losing the match because of the turn, but knowing WWE, I could see them winning, and then she turns.
So, funny you mention that. That's actually going to be my prediction. I'm going to go ahead and say Damage Control fucking wins something.
Wow.
Maybe. I could also see them losing and then splitting up in the draft, and honestly, I'm not going to be too mad at that. But
literally,
I don't know. I kind of feel like I want that to happen more. But honestly, to be 100% honest, man, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and say Trish turns on Bex, thus causing loser control to actually win something, man. So I'm actually going to go ahead, shockingly, to my surprise as well, I'm going to go ahead and say Bally, Io, and Dakota Kai. I'm going to say damage control here, man.
Nice, man. Nice. I respect it.
All right,
I dig
man.
it.
Next, we have Logan Paul, the Maverick, versus Seth. Oh my God, they put Seth Rollins on the fucking screen. Wow.
Yeah, I think his name is. I think I saw they keep calling him just Seth Rollins now. Let me
That's
see if his name
bullshit,
is still
man.
freaking on the website.
That's ridiculous. Here they are shortening names again. Well,
Darn.
Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Dude, thi- this this match can only go one way, man. It has to be Rollins. It has to be Rollins. I think Logan is going to, I think they're going to put on a banger, man, but obviously this one goes for this one goes to Seth for me.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I really. It fucking better be. It fucking better be, man. So I'm gonna give it to Seth because you can't go with Paul, man. You just can't.
Definitely. Yeah, no way. No way. Um all right, man. We got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We'll go ahead and say Rhea Ripley, man. There's only one right answer here. I feel like I feel like that with a lot of these matches, and I hope they make the right call, but we'll just have to wait and see on that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. They got an obvious choice here, man, and I hope they go with it, man. It fucking better be Rhea Ripley.
If Charlotte buries her again, there's a fucking serious problem. Um,
Literally.
all right, man. Next, we got for the United States Championship. Oh, I have Rhea as well. Next up, man, for the United States Championship, we have Austin Theory. Austin Theory taking on John Cena. This looks to be the open to the show as well. See a lot of people wanting John Cena to win, man, but who do you got?
Although, I'm not the biggest theory guy. He's good, but
Hmm?
not the biggest theory guy. I still think he should win, man. I mean, he kind of got to give the guy a win, man, especially if you want to make something out of him in the future.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened. Just because Cena's better doesn't mean he has to win. He's John Cena. He's nearing the end of his career. He could always get a win against some random person, like how they want to do for him versus Paul. Get an easy win over Paul. So I'm gonna go with Theory, actually.
Yeah, um, I wouldn't call you a complete goof for saying that. You want John Cena to win. I could see where you're going
Well,
with.
I,
I could see
I,
where
I,
people are going with that. You want him to come out the next night and do an open challenge and lose it then. But and then I also get to, you people like Austin Theory's character to be built off failure. I like it. I like that idea. But I think, if you really do want to make something out of Austin Theory, I think it does speak more volumes. I think it does speak more volumes to have Austin Theory, excuse me, Austin Theory pick up the victory, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Austin Theory, man.
definitely, man, definitely.
All right, man. Now we got Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, man.
My
Um,
son,
what's up,
my son,
son? I'm
son.
not going to hit you, son. And he just fucking clobbers him. Um, so, yeah, for this one, I feel like there's only one right answer too. I don't think Ray's gonna bury his kid. Um,
No,
that will
not gonna
be
be.
some legendary booking, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this one to Dominic, man. I think Dominic's definitely taking this.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I think it's what Ray wants, what Dominic wants. I think it's what they're gonna do, man. I think Dominic definitely got that win.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So with that, with that man, with that man, we got what should be and what it looks. It's looking rumored. It's looking to be the rumored main event to night one. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, man. Look, this WrestleMania is the story of the bloodline. This is their story of the Empire falling. Kevin and Sami absolutely are winning this match, and it is going to be a beautiful moment to end the show. People, to end the
Literally.
fucking night. I want to emphasize that.
It better. It fucking better, man.
It's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be beautiful.
It is, man. I definitely got the same prediction in there, man. Who doesn't? So let's go with those, man. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Story is
man.
gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to see Roman in the back watching that fucking match. I can't wait to see his face.
It's going to be a
from those
beautiful
two.
visual.
That is gonna be fucking amazing.
Like Cody watching the TV when Sammy and KO were hugging.
We're watching like he's like,
Just happy as fuck.
so
You know, man, I was really hoping. I was really, you know, I'm glad you called me out on that, Logan. The real main event tonight one should have been Brock and Omos.
you know,
It's not wrong at all, man. But here we are. Moving on to night two, we got the highly anticipated Women's Showcase. To showcase all these people that fucking currently suck in their booking. Not all of them suck, but, you know, that's why I emphasize the booking. Liv and Raquel, Natalya and Shotzi, Sonya and Chelsea, and Ronda and Shayna. I genuinely couldn't fucking tell you, man. I guess I'll go ahead and say Ronda and Shayna, maybe, I guess.
I guess I could also see really fucking other teams. I could see Sonya and Chelsea Green winning it because they're kind of building Chelsea up. I guess I don't really know. I don't really care to be honest. So yeah, I don't really give a shit. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't know why they're putting the battle royals on a SmackDown and not on the pay-per-view. That the battle royal. That's the battle royal is the easiest showcase. Why are you not? I don't get it.
Yeah, I no idea, bro. I have no idea. It wasn't even a bad concept, too, man. Like the
No.
fucking Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
They just
Whatever.
didn't make it for anything. That was the only thing people complained about.
You know, yeah, absolutely. If they added importance to it, it'd be pretty cool. Like, you know, you get a U.S. or IC title shot, and then for the women, you know, you could get a, maybe you put tag teams in there, or you have them get a shot at the women's tag. Who the fuck are the women's tag team champions? Oh, that's right. You know, you could either, I mean, whether you want to do that, personally, I wouldn't, but, you know, for the women's, you know, you could have them, you know, challenge for a women's championship.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That match I genuinely do not give a flying fuck about, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. And next up, man, we have the highly anticipated Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Omos. So, I genuinely, I hope this is a squash, bro. I hope Brock squashes Omo. I want Brock to beat Omos, and I want Brock to beat Omos, and I want him to beat Omos, and I want him to I want him to beat Omos, and I want MVP to leave Omo, and I would like on the Raw after Mania the Hurt Business officially gets back together and they take out Omos maybe.
Definitely. I would like that, man. I would like that a lot. But obviously, it's going to be Brock. Dude, I pray that it's Brock Lesnar. Um, I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but I pray to God it's Brock Lesnar that walks out victorious, man. And I actually can't wait to see what this match is going to be. Is it going to be a squash? Are they going to run around for a couple minutes and do something? I don't know. And I'm kind of excited because it's going to be kind of bad, and I can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, dude. Definitely. Um, moving on here. We got the Hell in a Cell match. Edge versus the Demon. Finn Balor. This is going to be a good one, man. This is going to be a good one. Edge and Finn, Hell in a Cell match. Edge and Finn, Hell in a Cell match, bro. Their I Quit match was a banger. This this should be a banger as well, man. This should be a banger as well. I'm very excited to see what these guys are able to do in the Hell in a Cell, and I'm gonna go ahead and say the Demon. I'm gonna go ahead and say, did I give a? Oh yeah, I did give a prediction for Brock and Omos. Yes, Edge and Finn. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Demon, man. I don't see Edge. I don't see Edge getting the privilege of beating the Demon under Triple H.
No, man, I don't think so. And I think it is going to be Finn, man. Although I really don't care for Brood Edge. I really don't see the hype in that. I think he looks like a fucking goof wearing those fucking glasses and shit.
Yes.
Um, I hope he comes out to Metalingus and not that fucking lame ass Brood song. But I think it's gonna be Finn, man, and I'm excited for this match. That shit gonna be heat.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. With that, man, we got Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna
Yeah,
be one of those matches that goes wrong?
I
Um,
think so. Because ain't no way they're having. Dude, how many people would that be losing their titles? That would probably be Gunter. Um, that'll probably be Roman, obviously, winning two at once.
the tag
Fucking
titles,
the
the
tag
SmackDown
title.
Women's title.
They're gonna, because they're already keeping the US, I think, on theory, I think. And it only, makes sense for them to do at least two to, retain. And I think it's the other one's gonna be Bianca Belair. I don't think Oscar's gonna get the win.
Yeah, man. Uh, man, I want Asuka so very bad.
Mhm.
Um, I want Asuka bad, but man, I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling,
Same.
man. Feel like they're gonna go with Bianca Belair, but my final prediction out of out of hope,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go and say Asuka, man.
Same, man. I'm gonna hope that it's gonna be Oscar, man. And God, I hope we're right because I don't think we will be.
Me too, man. Me too. All right, man. And then for the Intercontinental Championship, we have Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go ahead and say. Also, that's another reason, man. I just want this Bianca reign to be done with, man. It's done nothing but bore the fuck out of me.
I
Um,
swear to God.
I'm gonna go ahead. Gunther and Sheamus and Drew. I'm gonna go ahead and say. I'm gonna say Sheamus pins Drew McIntyre, prompting Drew McIntyre to turn heel.
Respect, man. I hope so. That would be nice.
And I'm gonna
I
say
will.
Gunther
He'll do.
remains undefeated as Sheamus is the new Intercontinental Champion, man, and he finally gets that Grand Slam championship.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely. And I think I have to agree with you on that, man. I think it's definitely gonna be Sheamus walking out. And Gunther, he ain't taking that off, man. And it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be real awesome for everybody involved.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. All right, man. And the big one. The one that everybody's excited for.
Ugh.
The one that just makes all those nerves come out. Man, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed Universal Championship. Dude, if the Usos lose their titles, which I'm predicting they will, you need to finish the story with the bloodline and have Roman drop his belts as well.
You have to.
There's no fucking way. There's no way you have Roman Reigns. There's no way you have Roman Reigns keep these championships, if you ask me. My prediction goes to Cody Rhodes, and if it's not Cody Rhodes and we gotta do, whether it's a fucking year or whether it's a couple months, I don't want to do this title reign anymore, man. I think you need to end it now while it's good. Because my God,
Because I'm with you, Bell. It is 50-50.
I'm so
man.
50-50.
It's so fucking 50-50. I could 100% see either of these two winning, and that is horrible.
Me
That
too.
is a horrible thought. And logically, it has to be Cody. It has to be. But his company ain't thinking with logic, man. So to me, it's 50-50. I'm going to give the goddamn hopeful prediction of Cody, man. Dude, if it's not, it's over with, bro.
Seriously, it's not going to be good. It's not. You people want Roman's reign to end in Saudi Arabia. Are you a fucking moron? Dude, this is this is WrestleMania, bro. This is where moments like this need to happen. Cody needs to do the unthinkable and beat Roman Reigns. Yeah, no. Yeah, I did see that. He will be 1,000 days on at King of the Ring. Please, dear God, no. Please, for the love of fucking God. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm giving you a prediction off what I want to happen, because my God, I'm genuinely split 50-50. It's gonna be nail biting watching this fucking match, dude. It really is.
It really fucking is, man. Especially for your TV sake.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
It might get super kicked. It might get triple super kicked, man. I don't know. But definitely, man. It's sadly it is 50-50, but I'm gonna give a hopeful prediction of Cody, man. It has to be, man. It has to be.
definitely, bro. Definitely, man. And those are our predictions for WrestleMania, man. Those are our predictions for WrestleMania. If you guys are excited like we are, man, please catch us on here the next 2 days. We're going to be on a nice 4-day stretch. Obviously, we got today, we got tomorrow, we got Sunday, and we got Monday, Raw After Mania, unscripted. We got all that coming for you guys here on the channel, man. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be awesome, and we are so excited to share another WrestleMania weekend with you guys. We are super excited, man, and with that, that's going to do it, man. That's going to do it, and I hope we see you guys here. I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here, man. Durante, The Fed, Bell, Logan, you got JT, all you guys, man, and everybody watching on the replay, and everybody watching on all platforms, man. We want to show you guys love, too. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be on here tomorrow to talk about this shit, and it is Mania weekend, man, and it is exciting. It's finally here. So... yeah, man, that is gonna do it. Yes, we probably will be. We probably will be for King of the Ring as well. We'll see how the show shapes up. But yeah, man, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast, man. This has been episode 155 of the show, and with that, man, with that, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys so very much, and it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow night for the WrestleMania Night 1 official review.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with the
I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the number one contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching.